Alrighty, there he is. Hey Gareth, how you going, mate?
How you going? Nice to meet you.
We've just done the massive trek down here to go through all the rain and hail and thunderstorms and all that sort of stuff, but take us out the back and show us some of what you do.
Sure, let's have a look. So yeah, this is our fabrication area through here. Can introduce you to Ben, one of our fabrication guys.
Bit of stainless welding going on, mate.
Yeah, just doing a bit of exhaust on a car over there if you guys want to check it out. Pretty cool one, this one. The one.
Nice, oh yeah, nice, FD.
Probably can't see it too well from underneath, but it's got a 4-rotor hiding up in here.
Big set of pipes, oh, and a HG2 sequential.
That's the one.
Nice, so this is pretty much what you do here.
Yeah, a lot of the fabrication.
And what's your sort of favourite thing that you do here?
At the moment, definitely the stainless exhaust systems, I'd say.
Yeah, so this is all your handiwork here?
To that point's Gareth so far, and I'll probably finish the rest off.
Bit of a team effort.
We both share the fabrication.
Oh, so this looks very much like a street car too, doesn't it?
Yep, so full, we're fully street legal.
Yep.
Very tight for space in the engine bay, as you can imagine.
And like mufflers wise, like keeping it sort of so that it's not crazy loud.
They are exceptionally hard to quieten down. Another issue is keeping them cool, so having a big enough radiator in the front, all that type of stuff we end up having to custom make. Normally it's a case of changing or making different bits as we go.
And so power-wise, like, I mean, you know, there's a lot of, like, tons of 13B turbo FDs around and, you know, obviously different power levels and different turbo sizes and stuff like that. What sort of power is somebody going to be expecting out of something like this?
So most of these will produce around in between 520 and 550 rear wheel horsepower.
Yeah, okay.
But it's spread out over a long, period of RPM, I suppose you'd say. So they're really neat to drive, particularly on a racetrack, because you can just hold a gear for so much further.
Well, I mean, we'll let you get back to what you're doing, but then hopefully when you've got all that welded up, we'll drop it down and have a look. Yeah, okay. No, that looks pretty decent in there.
Yeah, so another completely standard car that came in, pulled everything out, and part way through fitting up all the accessories.
And I guess compared to the other engine too, I mean, this one's obviously running a plenum and a single throttle. What's the difference in sort of drivability with that setup?
It was mostly due to the look that this customer wanted. So it'd be really interesting to see how it performs against the individual throttles. But yeah, essentially the same, like big rams inside, and all that's, a lot of what we do is custom make the plenums to how we need them. Obviously there's like next to no room in these with a quad. Yeah, room in this area is particularly tight.
Like Ben said before, I mean, so that's your handiwork there, the headers?
That's the set that I've fabricated, and all the exhausts that we do. We sort of add something a little bit different too, so they're not all the same.
Nice. Look at all those coils there. It's almost like an LS. It's got 8 coils. Yeah. Yep, definitely be keen to see this thing, some videos of this on the road. I'll be keeping an eye on your Facebook page for that.
Yeah. And as far as the outside of the car goes, it'll remain, standard looking, so a bit of a sleeper.
And tell me, while he's doing that, what's going on here? I mean, these are a classic, and the Harry Potter with a rotor in it, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I can't say that we've had many angliers in here. We definitely get all sorts. And it's neat having something a little bit different in the workshop.
What's the motor combo in it?
This one's 12A PP.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
it is cool seeing them. People don't realise how old these are now.
Yeah, there was a class for them. I'm not sure if it's still running, where they're racing them with stock motors, but they had like dry sump systems, and they're blown up left, right and centre, broken crankshafts. It's quite an interesting class.
And I'm guessing this is sort of like where the engines go in and the fab happens and stuff like that around here?
Yeah, this is our hoist bay. Yeah, if we're needing cars on hoists, we run it in here. Quite often we've got the odd car up on axle stands in here as well for work, and it's nicely accessible to the fabrication area. So.
And now I'm seeing a bit of Mad Mike.
Usually we've got at least one of his cars here, so we've got a couple of his engines here at least at the moment. Okay. But yeah, we've been involved with him for going on 15 years now, so we've got a very good relationship. Particularly me and him are good friends. Done a lot of travel.
I think 10 years ago at Hampton Downs, I was there filming with Jake Jones, but Mike let me put cameras on his car, and I had one right on the back corner of the bonnet facing the air filters there, and just the sound was insane.
Yeah, the induction noise from a naturally aspirated quad is pretty noisy.
Yeah, no, and I mean, it's just a real crowd pleaser, isn't it, sound-wise,
Sound, flames, yeah.
And the torque must be really good for drifting too.
Yeah, they are, depending on how the car's set up, with gearing and different size turbos or different porting with your naturally aspirated stuff, where there's a lot of things that we can change to manipulate where the power comes in or where we want it.
Yeah, I guess, you got like selections of manifolds and headers and stuff like that too.
Yeah, different.
Much like a motorbike, I guess,
different lengths primaries and intake runners and things like that to make a big difference.
Well, take us through and show us a little bit of... We'll let Ben get back to work here. He's got to make a bit of noise.
Yeah. So through here is our engine room. And I'll introduce you to Vaughan.
Hey mate, how you going?
Hey man, how's it?
Good. What's going on here?
This is the world's first 5-rotor. It's going in a pretty special car.
What inspired the 5-rotor build?
This one's actually for one of Mike's builds, and he always says that one of his favourite sounding cars was one of the Audi 5-cylinder
S1 Quattros.
Yeah, talking with him, it's like, man, we should, we've got to do a 5-rotor. So yeah, there's obviously a bit of work involved to get it to work because it's a bit of a nightmare as far as balancing goes. Working with different firing orders and getting that side of it was probably the biggest issue. But other than that, essentially it's put together like any of our other big quads. So effectively, well, on paper, it should work well.
Yeah, you're obviously around when the first, it was the RX4, it was the first one?
Yep.
Yeah, so what was that like for you coming from just, being a kid cleaning stuff to seeing that car fire up and...
Yeah, that was a special moment.
Yeah.
I think it was about 11 o'clock at night.
When all good motor builds start up.
Yeah,
Headers. It was pretty magical.
Nice. How many police cars turned up?
None that time.
We have had some on the dyno.
Yeah.
When we've been on the dyno.
This here, what's going on with this and what's that going into?
So this is the 6V, a 6-rotor. It is going into a FTRX7 as a drift car, exhibition car.
It's actually a New Zealand customer too, which is not, I would say not normal, but we don't get many New Zealand customers with an order like that. Yeah, be cool. And it's the first billet one that we've done. Obviously a little bit of weight saved and hopefully slightly bit of cooling. So being such a long motor that they do really struggle to maintain a good temperature. A lot of our motors have got to have longevity in mind, particularly with Mike's stuff, because we travel such a far distance and we never have any spare motors. And we know that, these are reliable. And also, like particularly in drift application where they're taking an insane amount of heat, we know that the cast iron stuff's still good in that respect.
And I mean, Mike's not one that's shy at driving either, is he? So. No, and like
he puts everything to the test, put it that way.
His cars are in containers going all over the world all the time, aren't they? So.
It's not uncommon for them to come in at 120 degrees, which would cook most piston cylinder heads. So, yeah.
Thanks, Vaughan.
All good. Cheers, guys.
RX8, another workshop area.
Yeah, we've got another area here where we've sort of more longer term projects we worked on.
And so you mentioned you don't just do rotaries. I mean, that's a dirty old LS1.
Yeah. We still get the odd V8 through here. So.
And I say that because I've got an LS as well, but it's that's quite cool. So it's actually genuinely an RX8.
Yep. Yeah, so this one's just going to be, I think he's going to use it for drifting or sort of like everyday track use.
So you didn't sort of try and convince him to go down the quad rotor path? He was like,
no, it actually came in with it already in there, to be fair. So
yeah, okay, cool.
We're just adding all the finishing bits, wiring, tuning, fabrication and stuff like that. As I said, we don't mind working on other stuff.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, I mean, there's an early Evo there as well.
Yeah, we've done over the years, we've done quite a few Evos. Certainly quite popular down this way.
Yeah, this looks like it's a pretty serious build too.
Yeah, it's getting closer.
I'm guessing by that plenum and intercooler setup, the turbo is going to match and be pretty wild. So
yeah, it's going to be a bit of an all-rounder, this one as well. So he wants to do a bit of drag racing and also run it on the track. So.
Yeah, and there was a real era in New Zealand of this sort of style Evo and VR4s and stuff like that, doing some pretty fast numbers.
Yeah, we've got a whole handful of them that are, sort of doing low tens into the nines. And you're able to, with this one, we're able to use a PPG gear kit, which fits into the standard gearbox.
We had the dyno going before. That's guessing that's next door.
Yep. Yeah, I can take you through there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, here's our dyno room. Seen a lot of work.
I've seen a few videos from this room too, and some pretty decent flames coming out of some of the cars too.
Yeah, it definitely has. Yeah, as you can see from the back wall, it's taken its toll.
Yeah. And so like this RX7 here, what's going on with this one? Obviously single turbo. And
yeah, this one's just one that we've recently finished. Just a basic 13B Bridgeport turbo setup. Yeah, I think the guy had it sitting there in his garage with no motor for the last 16 years. And with the the increase in price of these cars, that guys are actually spending a little bit more money on them, getting them running again.
Nice. So you're just tuning this at the moment?
Yes, this is the last stage where the guys have finished fabricating all the bits and fitting everything. We'll run it through like a small sort of run-in process. You'll finish it off with the tuning.
Yeah, okay, so it's sort of going through some heat cycles at the moment just to make sure it's all good. And
Just basic check-overs, make sure there's no leaks and everything's performing as it should.
I do like Bridgeports because I had one myself, so I'm kind of keen to hear what it sounds like.
Yeah, sure, fire it up for you.
Yeah,
No
nice.
problem. That's obviously a little 13B Bridgeport. Would you like to hear a quad rotor?
Who doesn't? Oh yeah, nice, nice.
Yeah, here's one that we've just recently completed, so that's off to Japan.
Oh, nice. And obviously peripheral port quad rotor. What's this going into?
So this one's going into a RX3.
Oh, okay.
So it should be pretty cool.
Bit better than the old 10A or 12A they came out with.
Yeah. Certainly a bit of a squeeze to get one of these in a small engine bay, but yeah, pretty cool motor.
Well, I mean, hey, if you're going to fire it up, I won't say no, but I'll definitely ask you, do you have any hearing protection?
Yes, yeah, we've got plenty of that around here.
So I guess the other thing is too, I mean, obviously got a really cool team of guys here and everyone's sort of like quite passionate about what they do. And what got you into this and involved in working on rotaries? I mean, when was that time when you actually saw your first rotary and fell in love with them?
Well, yeah, to start off with, I had, my own performance cars and just working in a local workshop as a mechanic for 6 years. And then the opportunity came along to start up here with another guy called Warren. Yeah, initially we started off about 15 years ago with me and Warren here. And a couple of the other younger guys came on not too much longer after that.
So I guess what's a big inspiration with this business? I mean, what are you so passionate about and getting done here?
The biggest thing is getting to see the things done from start to finish. Being able to fabricate a lot of the custom parts for them. It's not stuff that you can get straight off the shelf. Certainly working on a lot of different different builds. We've put the rotary engines in, just about everything, including boats, and made lots of cool memories.
And lots of flames.
Yeah, lots of flames and lots of noise.
And I guess, in a way you are really bringing people's, it sounds a bit cheesy, but, achieving people's dreams because you are taking their car and doing something really special with it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's great seeing the finished result.
And I guess, what are you hoping to do in the future? Is there any cool stuff in the pipeline?
Yeah, just more of these bigger builds. I mean, the larger motors, like the 4, 5 and 6 rotors, we've been doing a lot more of them in recent times. So it's cool working with them and just making fine adjustments and making improvements with everyone that we do. So yeah.
All right. So before you get back onto this and get all this done for this guy, because I'm sure he's really keen to get this car finished, how do people find out about Pulse Performance and where do they go?
Yeah, so they can just follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Or if they need to get hold of us, just send us an email, pulseperformance.re@gmail.com.
Nice. All right. Back to work.
Yeah, thanks.
See you later.